devoid of any personality whatsoever, and our predictions are always wrong. I mean, what's worse, not only am I an economist, I got started off as a stockbroker. That's right, I was a broker. My clients were brokies. My motto was, I'll make you a small fortune, give me a large one to start with. I mean, I'm the guy that can turn your 401k into a 201k. And this year, we're coasting. We are not climbing. And I have some serious advice, because we are at an economic crossroads. And this is not the time to be economic grilling man. All right? Because an economic grilling man is wishy-washy. And you've got to make some precise decisions about what you think is getting ready to happen in the economy. And that's what we're going to talk about this afternoon. When we sort of drift back and say, what's been going on from the stock market crash, to the terrorism events, to the corporate accounting scandals, to the presidential elections, the Iraq War, we've gone through a lot. And the economic numbers sort of screamed at you. Real economic growth rate at 4%, unemployment rate's 5.5%, labor productivity is 2%, corporate earnings are up 20%, and personal savings up 0.6%. And the story for the last couple of years that economists have had to deal with is, would the consumer give out before corporate America kicked in? Because the recession and the slowdown we went through, because remember, when the crash occurs, the stock market crash in 2000 occurs, the economy slows down, we don't quite fall into recession. But we had a very unique situation. We had an overcapacity in the system. And corporate America had so much overcapacity, it quit spending money. And the key was the consumer. And the consumer, hey, the consumer had a good time. It's what we call the Neiman Marcus economy, because people still shop at Neiman Marcus no matter how bad things got. And it was wonderful. I mean, we had interest rates were low, the inflation rate was low, we got a bunch of new tax cuts with George Bush, and then of course we had our credit cards. And boy, did we use our credit cards, and when we were done with the credit cards, we went out and we got home equity loans. And we borrowed, and we borrowed, and we borrowed, and all of a sudden we woke up and we found out that average consumer debt in this country is 110% of annual income. That's a scary number. And the question is how long can the consumer continue to spend money, particularly borrowed money, before he quits spending? And so is the consumer going to quit spending money before corporate America started to spend money? And we know the answer now. The answer is corporate America is starting to spend money. That's the terrific news. And the numbers are terrific. Corporate balance sheets are the healthiest they've been in 20 years. Corporate America is awash in cash. Corporate earnings are up 20%. Corporate sales are only up 8%. You say, wait a minute, how can sales be up 8%, profits up 20%? Because for the last 3 years, corporate America did something that I sort of got myself, lean and mean. Okay? We did. Corporate America got lean and mean. It laid off people. You understand a little bit about that? Labor productivity went up, and so it didn't take much of an increase in sales for all of that extra sales to go directly to the profit margin. Corporate sales up 8%, profit margins up 20%, industrial production up 12%, capital expenditures up 11%, capital goods spending up 14%, and corporate America, and you discovered this in your industry, is not afraid to make a decision. It's a great story.